Hi Libra, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your June 2023 full moon reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously to get seen by the YouTube algorithm, so thank you so much for doing so. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see the energy we need to be mindful of during this time, Libra. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading. This one, okay. The Three of Wands. There's a sense of, there's something coming forward that's going to be very tempting for you. And there's a sense of like, oh, that's exactly what I've been waiting for. But if you kind of step back a minute and you're going to need to listen to your intuition, you're going to be like, no, that's not right. Or that's not where I need to be. Or that's not how it should be. So just be mindful of that during this time because there's something that's going to come forward and it's like, oh, that's super enticing. But Spirit's like, no, 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 no. Look at it more deeply because it's not going to be as it appears. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Here we have tranquility, peace, tranquility. It's going to be so important to move forward in peace and healing of ourselves, to really say that I matter during this time. And that sense of peace, that sense of tranquility is just so important in our lives. So embracing that, embracing tranquility, saying, what is tranquil for me? What is peaceful? What is harmonious for me? How does that move me forward? That's going to be a very important question. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Okay. Okay. So it's really interesting that all the cards have come upside down, reversed. And they've come reversed in our, Leo reading, our Virgo reading, and now our Libra reading. And I know people are going to say, or somebody has already said, like, oh, you don't shuffle the cards well enough. I shuffle and I meditate on them before we even start, before the camera is turned on. Because if I shuffle them for as long as I shuffle them, on camera, these readings would be so long and nobody would click on it and nobody would be here for it. So, and if you would be, you're in the very small minority. So here, let's look at this time, astrologically speaking, and also in accordance to what the tarot is showing us here. Now we have this full moon in Sagittarius. This is in 13 degrees, 18 minutes of Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is linked to independence, freedom, enthusiasm, idealism. It's going beyond what is to what can be. We are going to have a tendency during this time, Libra, to look at other people and be like, oh, that's what I'm supposed to have. That's how it's supposed to be. I'm supposed to replicate myself after these people that I'm admiring or that look like they have it all. Be very, very mindful of that because you're going against your peace. Okay, you're going to try and mold yourself into their version of success, which is not going to be your version of success. So with the 10 of Pentacles, be very aware of this. The 10 of Pentacles reverse, be very aware. There is something here where we look at other people and we think, wow, you have it all together, and I don't. And Spirit's like, that's not true. Okay, you have it more together than you think. It can be the way that we're going after success, the way that we're judging our prosperity. We have a very fixed idea of what that should be. We're trying to be more mainstream, Libra, than we actually are. And that's going to be something where we just have to acknowledge it. Sagittarius searches for truth, honor, and integrity within ourselves and for how we're moving forward. It's very focused on justice, but not in the way that we're focused on justice, Libra. This says, what is the truth? Whether that truth hurts our feelings or not, whether that truth winds up being important down the road or not, it's really saying it here. What is the truth for me to move forward in? We're also going to have our belief system shaken within the next few months, all right, if we haven't already had it shaken. There's going to be something here where we thought it was a given, and that's not necessarily going to be the case. This is a time where you need to think outside of the box, where you need to look at what is expected of you or society or whatever and say, no, there's something more to me than this, or I can't fit in to what I thought I was supposed to be. I need to fit in to be me. Now, the Sagittarius full moon, it also shines a light. It has us seeing things so much more clearly. And this is because Neptune, known as the planet of unconditional love and oneness, is, and also, the ruler of the unseen world. So kind of more of our dreams and what we desire and that connection to really embrace what we love. It squared the galactic center. And this galactic center, this squared the galactic center brings us increased psychic development and insightful dreams. We see around the corners. We see what can be, what might be, how it may move forward. And this can be rather frustrating for us. We want things to be more clear and more laid out. And what Spirit is saying here is that things are going to be in the abstract. We're wanting a painting kind of, very very pre-Raphaelite, okay? That pre-Raphaelite, I can see what's there, I know what is, type of thing. And this is going to be more impressionist work. So just be aware of this. The South Lunar Node is in Scorpio. We have that energy here of the King of Cups reversed. And the South Lunar Node in Scorpio, this brings up the collective past, and this is secrets and toxicity that are coming to the surface. We are really feeling here overwhelmed by our emotions, but also like I can't move forward in what I truly want to embrace, heart, soul, and spirit. There is a resistance to a healing, which seems to be a rather big theme during this time for many, many signs. It's like I'm resistant to a healing that's coming forward, to something that is having me really confront my emotions in a way that can be very uncomfortable for us, but also very powerful. This is water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. If this is in your chart, you're going to find that letting your emotions lead, it just feels wrong. It's like, well, what am I doing here? How can I move forward? Where do I need to be? We're going to want more facts. And the kind of like nitty gritty of this moon is that you're not going to get all the facts, everything that you want. You're really going to have to connect with your heart more. And that's going to be one of the biggest challenges for us. We're releasing the past. There's something here from the past. Okay. And that actually is something that makes us not trust ourselves. And we're looking at it and we're saying, the past is done. It's done. I cannot change it. As much as we want to, as much as we would like to kind of mold things differently or set things differently, that's not going to be the case. So with the Six of Cups, we're looking at the past and we're saying, I see you, I honor you, I respect you for having me become who I am today, but I release you. I am not my past, I am not my future, I am only my present. And that is one of the hardest things that we can possibly do. It sounds so easy. It sounds like, a poster we'd put up on a wall with a little cat that says, hang in there, you're only your present type of thing. And it's so frustrating. It is so frustrating. I know I myself have such trouble with that, this being right here, right now, and living outside of the distractions of the past and of the future. So that's coming into play. It moves us to the page of Pentacles reversed. Now, this is Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Now, we do have Jupiter conjunct the North Lunar Node in 3 degrees of Taurus, right? This is a time of really connecting with our higher dreams and connecting with nature. The natural world is going to be so important to us in a way that we haven't seen in lifetimes. So we can really see people connecting with the natural world again, or this becoming a theme. It's like, oh, why is everybody outside? Or why is everybody doing this? Or why is everybody planting something? This is going to be very important. We are going to have a difficulty. We're going to have difficulty looking at what we deeply desire, what we deeply want, and giving it sacred time. okay? Sacred time is outside of man-made time where we're going to have a tendency during this time to look at our watches a lot, to say, oh, it has to be this, it has to be that, put it in really, intense schedules. We're going to not do very well with those at all. So just be aware of this. There is a sense here as well. Uranus is conjunct Mercury. Now, Mercury moves very quickly through the month of June. So thoughts come at us very quickly. It's like rather intense. What we're going to be seeing here is a lot of information comes to us. Are we going to be able to be a student of that information, kind of like taking it all in, sifting through it? No, we feel very overwhelmed by it. And we can see that by the Nine of Wands. Everybody has an opinion, everybody has a way they want things to be. And we can feel very overwhelmed by that, battered and bruised just by thoughts or the thoughts that we think people are thinking. It's like, oh my gosh, I need to step back. Why? That psychic energy is coming forward. And what we're going to see here is that we're really not being into being a student of our prosperity and what we desire. There's a sense here of, I need to look deeper than that. There's something beyond money. And then we get scared and then we get pulled into money. And it's like, well, can I do this? Can I move forward this way? Is this what I want? Is this what I need? And there's a little bit of a disconnect. Okay. And I see it really as, it's like Capricorn energy ruled by Saturn, right? Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. And there's a sense of, these are the rules. This is how it has to be. I don't know if Saturn plays a big role in your chart, or if there's just strong Capricorn energy in your life, or something that's with a lot of bureaucracy is coming forward and you find it hard to learn. That's going to make you want to throw in the towel and say, no, I can't do this. This isn't the right way for me. I was never this talented at this, and kind of want to walk away. Spirit's saying, stop it. Stop it. This is a time to learn. And this is a time to learn. It's almost like you're doing your research before planting seedlings, right? Before planting seeds into the ground, you're saying, okay, what's important? What isn't important? Where do I need to be? Where do I want to be? And it's going to be very difficult for us to focus. And yet it's going to mean the world to us as we do, as we focus, as we look at the bigger picture, as we say this is what we want. So that's going to come in rather intensely during this time. There is also an earth sign energy, a Taurus, a Virgo, a Capricorn, who can want to teach us something. We're not going to be really receptive to it. We will be receptive later on, but right now it's kind of out of our realms of imagining. So be aware of this. With the Nine of Wands reverse is a falling away of kind of like a jail of popular opinion, or a sense of, this is the way it has to be for everybody else. There can be a sense during this time of needing to slow it down. You're going to find that you get this, I don't know if it's a heat headache. If it's really warm where you live, it can be heat headaches that you get. Like, you'll find that when the temperature rises, you'll get a headache. Okay. But there's something here around headaches coming to make you slow down. You might even find that your joints hurt you. Watch your salt intake also during this time, and make sure that you drink plenty of water. But there is this real sense of, like, I'm done with everybody's opinion, with everybody trying to box me in. I need to look at what's right for me. There's also a sense of, like, I'm done with the fighting. Really, seriously, I'm done with the fighting. I'm done with trying to defend myself, trying to explain myself. If you don't like it, that's fine. If you do like it, that's fine. But I need to move forward for me. Now let's see what the moon has to say for herself. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show us clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Perfect. There's something about these two cards that you need to see, and we need to start here. It says, have faith in your dreams. I like that. The energy is gaining momentum. The energy of having faith in your dreams, seeing the bigger picture, it's gaining momentum in your life, and it's propelling you forward in a very good, very positive way. Now here, with the 10 of Pentacles, where we tend to be kind of like looking over the fence at our neighbors, at other people, and judging ourselves, we need to step into the sacred masculine energy of this moon, of ourselves, of what we're desiring in our lives, and work through our fear. There's something about embracing our sacred masculine energy that we're afraid of. We can either look at it as, something toxic and it's not. We can look at it as something bullying and it's not. I just keep on hearing toxic masculinity, which I really don't like that statement, because we need the masculinity, we need the femininity, and if we embrace both of those, in their pure form, it's just exquisiteness that comes forward. And so here, it can be that we had bad male role models in our lives, and that's something that we are releasing during this time, and we're working through the fear of, like, will I become this? Will I fall into this trap? And it's like we're looking at other people and we're thinking, how do I move forward in what I love and what I want in the authority of myself without bullying? There's something very here of wanting to, I'm just seeing a footfall come down and like the grass not bending. We want to walk and not disturb anything. And here's the thing, Libra, we're not going to be able to do that. We're just not. We're going to disturb, upset, anger somebody, something, and they're going to tell us off. We have to be okay to keep on moving forward and to embrace our own strength and say, you know what? I can roll with the punches. I can, keep seeing and believing in me. And that's how we work through our fear of totally embracing our sacred masculine energy, the sense of, this is what I'm working for. This is what I'm working towards. This is how I need to stand up for myself. I need to put myself in these uncomfortable situations to be denied, to be shut down, and keep on moving forward. Hold your vision. Hold your vision of what you want. We're finding that difficult. Why? Because we're done. We're done listening to everybody's opinion. The unexpected is coming, but it's kind of knocking us for a loop. And Spirit's saying here, hold to your vision, even though it's very difficult for us. But in the same time, Spirit is also saying, don't be so rigid. Don't be so rigid that you can't call in your blessings. It moves us to, it's time to release negativity. We have the full moon in Scorpio. We have the new moon in Scorpio. Libra, Scorpio energy, whether we're born on the cusp of it or it's within our chart, comes through very powerfully here. If we have a Scorpio in our lives, they come through much more strongly than we even think they do. And this can also be in passing, like family members who have passed in our lives who are Scorpios. They're going to be playing a much more major role. And since their souls were always used to walking between the veils of the world, between the waking world and the spiritual world, they have a way of connecting with you all the time, and they don't feel like it's odd. So there's going to be a sense of, like, I always hear this voice in my head, or I always smell the smell. I always, have this, I always have that. And they're like, yeah, I'm always connecting with you. Come on, keep up. We are having a bit of difficulty having faith in planting our dreams and saying, this is what I desire. This is what I want. This is what I need. We need to bring love into this situation, and we need to start looking at the protection of ourselves, this cocooning of ourselves to, this is what I love, this is what I need, and this is who I am. We're releasing the past. We're not necessarily going to feel as protected as we actually are. So be aware of this during this time, that we can feel like this is more of a free-for-all than it actually is. There's a tremendous amount of strength and there's a tremendous amount of focus to us during this full moon. So embracing that is going to be a very big deal. Prosperity lies ahead. We kind of laugh. I just heard laughing when this was said. It's like, oh yeah, sure, prosperity lies ahead. Have you seen the setbacks I have had? A lot of the past is being dragged forward into the present. What we need to do is we need to say, I am not my past. I am not my future. I am right here and right now. And that's terrifying. It is. It is so hard to do that. And yet what Spirit is saying here is that's where we have the best creative energy. We also need to be a little bit stricter with ourselves, kind of embracing earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, energy of structure, energy of, well, you need to plant the seeds and you need to water the seeds and you need to look at what's going on. You need to ground yourself. Being outside, grounded, either barefoot or barefoot shoes, that's going to be a really important thing for you, Libra. And there's a sense here of, I need to stabilize myself into the earth. I also need to embrace my heart. There's something, if we really look at what we love, what we want, and what we're working for, we feel overwhelmed by it. And we need to say why. Our subconscious spirit message is the world. We need to be mindful of this, the energy to be mindful of, spirit world. Not the spirit world, the world, but it's the spirit world. That's what keeps on coming forward, the spirit world, the spirit world. Because this is a psychic moon, because this is a time where our world opens to us in ways that we hadn't imagined, all right, we're going to be seeing and connecting to so much more than we even thought of. And that can be very overwhelming for us. It can take us out of our world and put us into like a new world with new games. And it's Spirit's like, stop. Don't don't get caught up in everything that's being revealed to you. Take it in slowly, digest it slowly, and then move forward. Our subconscious spirit message is relax. We need to relax. Draw yourself a bath, take a nice relaxing shower, light candles, do whatever you need to do in order to relax. That's going to be very important. Just taking care of you. It brings us then to the Knight of Pentacles. Our subconscious energy here is that we're slowly and steadily moving towards our prosperity, what we desire, what we want, what we need. We're really wanting ourselves to move faster. Why? Because we're represented by the swords. The Knight of Swords is the fastest moving knight. The Knight of Pentacles, slowest moving knight. We're having a bit of difficulty being a student of the seeds that we're planting, or kind of reading the packets and saying, this needs to be planted together, they need to be planted this far apart. And yet subconsciously, we're seeing ourselves methodically move towards success. So we can feel a little bit out of balance with ourselves. Our subconscious Luna message here is show the world the real you. We have strong Aquarius energy coming up. We're afraid to do this. And the question is, will you? Will you show the world the real you as you embrace the power of this truthful, honest, freedom-seeking, enthusiastic moon? All right, Libra. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Libra. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless and have a blessed moon. Bye.